And I wish I would have waited because they weren't on a clearance price when I ordered them. So these are from Bethlehem Lights. It's your 3 flameless taper candles with the gold holders. Yes, they actually come with the holders. H469137, that's your item number. These are on a clearance price, $49.99. You are saving over $35 off that QVC price. To get them home, 5 easy payments of $10. And yes, beautiful colors as well. So you can pick them up here in the black. And as you can see, the holders are 3 different sizes. So now you have your full-on flameless taper candle garden. So that's your black. Ivory. Now, I know it is definitely like an off-white because I want you to look at the ivory and then I want you to look at the white. There is a very subtle difference, but just know the ivory is definitely a little bit off-white, and then you have that stark white. And then lastly, you have the beautiful Merlot. Bethlehem Lights, they're known for lighting hotels and theme parks and cruise ships, and they do all of these wonderful displays. And we said, wait, how can we do that, but in our own homes on a smaller scale? And you know what the people at Bethlehem Lights did? They said, okay, QVC, not only will we do it, but we're gonna do it just for you. So how lucky are we? Come on in, Miss Rachel Pavis, to talk about these. These are gorgeous. And I told Rachel before the show, I have taper candles, real ones. Mm-hmm. They've been on my dining or my living room table for 2.5 years, unlit.
Right. Because you can't light them. They are. They're so impractical.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about tapers is that they're romantic, though. They're pretty.
Yes.
They add nice height to your tablescapes. What I love about these is you're getting the holder. They come in 3 different sizes, but you don't have to use the holder if you don't want. Each one of your candles, Monifa, is 13 inches tall, and then the holders are 3 inches, 5 inches, and 7 inches to give you that staggered height.
These are gorgeous. I'm a big fan of the holder by itself, for sure. But when I tell you I love a taper because of that slim profile, sometimes the fatties, which I love the fatties too,
of course.
But the slimmer profile means you have a little bit more versatility of where you can put them. Maybe you do have that fireplace mantle, but it's a little slim, right? And you know you can't get the chunkier candles on there. These are great, and they come with that remote.
They do. They come with the remote, so you can use these anytime you want. You can turn them on, but there's also a built-in timer for you. There's an automatic 6-hour timer when you turn them on, but you can also set it for an 8 or 12-hour timer by using this remote. Monifa, these also flicker, so if you really want it to look like that authentic candlelight, all you need to do is you hit that flicker button, and then you'll see that the candles are going to go into a nice soft flicker. There's also a high and a low setting on our brightness, so if you want them super bright, you can make them brighter, or you can tone them down a little bit if you want them more like an ambient, a little bit more romantic.
I am in love with these. Like I said, I ordered them about a week ago before we had them on this clearance price because I am so tired of sitting down on my sofa looking at the candles that are not burned in the beautiful holders. I'm like, what am I doing? So get rid of those and get these home. All you have to do is supply the batteries. 4 AA batteries in each one.
That's right.
They just slide right on in. And as long as you use that timer function, that should last you quite some time.
Well, that's the great thing about the timer function. Now, first off, with 4 AA batteries, you're going to get great battery life. It's just under 700 hours on that standard brightness. So that's 4 months right then and there. But if you're using that remote and just turning them on when you want, you'll get even well past that.
Yeah, this is good. I love taper candles. I love mixing them in with all the other candles that I have at home, but there's just something that's so beautiful and elegant about tapers. Think about how you're decorating. Think about that Thanksgiving table landscape and just how that candlelight brings warmth to your tablescape. That's what we're talking about. And if you're like me, where we know the days are starting to get shorter, what am I doing? I'm putting batteries in all of my flameless candles because they've lasted. Now it's time to go ahead and refresh those batteries. And not only am I doing that, I'm adding pieces like this that you can have all year long and use them in your decor. So these are gorgeous.
Yeah, they're just so perfect. And you're going to think of so many places you can use these. You can even use these as window candles if you wanted to, Monifa, because the footprint on those bases is nice and small. So if you wanted to use them as a window candle, you absolutely could. Again, if if maybe you have a candelabra at home that you don't use because you can't light it, this can create such a dramatic effect. And I mean, here I just put one of the sets, because you're getting all three, in here to create a little trayscape that could sit on a coffee table or could be in the center of your dining room table when you're not eating there. You know, so many different places.
Or that side table, like the person from the Receive You segment said, she likes to decorate and change the decor on the side table and on the mantle. That's what it's about. You will find lots of places to use these. A trick that I do, and I'm sure it's probably a trick that everybody does, I always put candles like this, flameless candles, in my bathrooms, and they act as night lights. So I set the timer on those later. I would set the timer on those like around 10 p.m.
It's so perfect.
And I use them as night lights. So now when I'm going into the restroom, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. Could you imagine having your guests over and this is what greets them in the middle of the night when they're going to the bathroom? Like, how pretty.
Yes, so lovely. And you know, just a different take on having that little touches of light.
Yeah.
I love too that then when you go into your dining room that maybe you don't use every day, you don't have to have on the full lights.
That's right.
This is going to be enough light that light you through the way.
Could you imagine? Get a couple sets home. I'm telling you, the price on these is bananas. You're saving over $35 off, and there's no reorder. And once they're gone, they are gone. Remember that holiday return policy is in place, so get them home, give them a try. Don't leave them in your cart, because once they're gone, they're out of here. The colors again, this is that gorgeous Merlot.
So pretty.
Here they are in the white.
Yes, and look at your sweater. Your sweater is cream, the color of the ivory. So there you can see the difference.
So that's the white, that's the ivory, and then that gorgeous black.
And you're seeing color in decor so much now. Everyone's doing colors with their candles, so I love that.
No reorder on these. Your item number is H469137 to be able to get these home. Thank you so much, Ms. Rachel.
So great to see you. Thank you.
All right, so that was good, right? Don't you? I love candles. I love flameless candles. I think they just add a warmth to your space. So do you want to know what's happening next? And what about what's happening later?